in continuation of the system called police public relations, first and foremost, there is a person called the complainant entering the police station. Now when that complainant enters the police station, there should be a police officer to speak to him in a very calm and quiet and tender manner, understanding the complainant according to the mental condition of the complainant. Many complainants come to the police station with distorted mental condition. There are special ways that a police officer should speak to a person who comes to the police station in disturbed mental condition. Someone has been stabbed, someone has been killed, someone has been taken to task by another person who should not have taken him to task, and all sorts of complaints. Then a female coming into the police station. There are females to attend to these matters. There are serious cases, there are minor cases, and each case must be handled in a different way. Now, generally, when the member of the public comes into the police station, he will be afraid and he will be suffering with the feeling that there is nobody to help him. Now, this is where the police officer should cultivate the habit of listening and not dictating to the complainant. The police officer should be in a disposition and a mental condition to listen to anything what the person who comes into the police station starts uttering. If there is a mistake, he can always put it to him and then say, this is where you are wrong, it can't be this, why can't it be any other way? But nothing could be suggested to him in the way of making a complaint. The complainant must come out with whatever he wants, and it should be the absolute truth. And if he is deviating from the truth, the officer must be in a position to correct him. Then, once the police officer proceeds to understand, he should know that this person is in such a situation because he is a villager, or he is from an urban area, or he is absolutely from a jungle or an underdeveloped area. Now, prevailing of the place where the complainant comes is what he is coming out with. Whether it's false or true, what has happened, he will come out in the raw. Now, a police officer should not go to correct what this person is coming out with. And what he should understand is that he should listen fully to what he has been talking about. Now, in the present context, there are the present local Grama Sevakas and the principals of schools and dignitaries of the area, which can devote a lot of time to the villagers and to correct them at that level. Now, we have strongly suggested as far back as 30-40 years that before a complaint is brought to the police station, they should discuss with a group of persons in the village or townships, and thereafter for the police to go into these villages and obtain information, get advice as to what has taken place and what this complainant is trying to speak about. But to do that, first the complainant must make a full detailed statement to the police station. Now in this, we have to instill in the minds of the public that the inspectorates, the sergeants and the constables are smart enough to handle their problems. Now when these officers go to meet these people in the villages, the first and foremost thing that we has to do is to impress upon the public that the police are efficient government servants. The first appearance of the police officer is the greatest thing in public relations. If you were to instill public relations among the general public, the first thing is that you must be very beautifully dressed, smartly turned out. That's number one. The police officer must catch the eye of the person who is in front of him. This is the first law in the policing system. So he must be very smart. Constable, sergeant, sub-inspector should be able to captivate the minds of the general public by merely speaking to them. In the methods that I have enumerated earlier, be polite, show that they are obedient to the public and to the general laws of the country, be courteous, and show that they are efficient. Now these are very important things. Then, utilization of senior officers and retired officers on these matters where facts can be collected as far as crime is concerned. Now this is where a senior police officer and a very influential police officer come in this matter. There are police officers who are very influential with the public, very influential in the department itself, and very popular among the lower ranks of the police. Why are they so popular? Simply because they are very polite to the lower ranks. The politeness of a superior officer to lower ranks and the public is the most important thing in the system of law enforcement with public relations. I have been in this rank of Superintendent of Police for Public Relations for a long time, and I have understood in a very big way that it's the manner in which you handle the public or any other government service or any other place is the manner in which you conduct yourself among them with the police officers, and when you have to put your foot down, you must be very stern. Now, some of the superior officers are not in a position to go out into the public and do this operation all the time. So special officers have to be recommended according to their capabilities. Now everyone in the police department is not capable in going into the public and conversing them in a very polite way and being courteous. Because sometimes even the manner in which the public is behaving is not conducive. So we must find out senior police officers and junior police officers who are able to give the hearing to anyone in any manner. Now this is the most important second part of the police public relations activity. Other than that, in police activities, there are certain things where a police officer should show mannerism, where he is above board. A police officer cannot go to drink and eat and dance with the riffraff of the area. The police officer cannot indulge in activities which is degrading his rank and file. The police officer can't indulge himself in taking bribes. A police officer cannot, just as he wants, go and mix up with the public in unwanted places. He cannot be seen in public bars. He cannot be seen in illicit food dens. He cannot be seen intermingling with the riffraff and the problem creators of this area. Now, if a police officer takes into mind these few points, he is not only a perfect police officer, but a person who will be able to induce the entire public to come to him with information and maintain police public relations.